So good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another wonderful broadcast of the Paramount Archer Harare Under-20 Rugby League. First up, we are going to be having the ladies, the home side, Old Hararians taking on Zimbiru Titans. Now, Zimbiru Titans will be, of course, wanting to recover from the loss that they suffered at the hands of their bitter rivals, FS Raiders, last week at Old Georgians. But this time round, different venue, different place. Old Hararians playing some decent rugby themselves and will be looking to impart what they can. Now, we get underway. Ball has gone 10 meters and immediately a tackle in by Old Hararians, who started off a play. For those of you that may not know the sides and their strips, Old Hararians are playing from left to right on your screen, wearing the maroon and green jersey, while Zimbiru Titans in their brand new kit under their new sponsors, Generation Health, amongst others, in the navy blue and white stripes. So, Old Hararians getting the ball through the hands, but immediately taken down. Old Hararians just building through the phases. Still a little bit bunched up, but need to try and spread out. Ball finally comes out. A bit of an overlap on the far side. Decides to cut back into traffic and brought down. Another pick and go. Looking to go for the big hits. Sometimes the physical game can be a bit taxing in the end. Oh, that's a big tackle. A very tricky surface to play on. We've had a lot of inclement weather here in Harare and has been a little bit challenging. After a passage of play with the line out beckoning, Zimbiru very well finished in their forwards with tall ladies. That should make it very good for contestation, as well as generally winning their line outs if they can just get them right. And that'll be a very important part of the game. Set pieces, set pieces, set pieces. And the execution of those set pieces becomes very important as well. Referee just trying to make sure that everything is in check before the line out does happen. The line out, it doesn't look like it went in straight, and the referee looks like has turned things over. It's now Old Hararians who are going to be getting the line out. I think it's Old Hararians that have decided to go for a line out. Usually you've got two options, either take the scrum or go for the line out. Old Hararians lining up. Well, the ball goes loose. Zimbiru Titans get their hands onto it, and so won't be too... Well, it's a turnover, and Old Hararians onto it. Contact seems to be the order of the day. Ball comes out. Huge overlap. If the ball can run through the hands... and finally go down. So all the Hararians have been camping in the half of Zimbiru Titans for the last couple of minutes. Lovely dummy and sidestep there, but goes straight into traffic, and that's a penalty. And so coming back into traffic. Another tackle once again. And all the Hararians piling up the pressure. They would do a bit well if they were just to spread themselves out a little bit more. But there again, holding on to the ball, and Zimbiru Titans will turn over possession. A tap and go. They were not back the full 10. And so all the Hararians will need to go the full 10. For the most part, do expect to see a lot of tap and go. And very limited in terms of set pieces unless forced otherwise. But Titans now on the charge, coached by Takungirazi, known as Ngibo in the rugby circles. Oh, that's a lovely play. Titans are on the charge on the far side. But we can say that's a try-saving tackle in as much as they've made some good meters. If she had gone past that tackler, you feel that it was try time all day long. That's going to be referee is going to have a bit of a chat here. Tap and go, and the Titans on the charge. Oh, good run, good leg drive. Has sucked in a whole amount of defense of 4 Old Hararians. If the ball can run through the hands, they've got a humongous overlap on the near side. Here comes the ball. Now, just passing it through the hands will do a world of good. And, oh, that final pass didn't quite come. They are still going to try and continue with play on this near side. But it's now the Titans who are on the charge in the Old Hararians half. Ball comes out. Again, looking to go through the hands. Good tackle by Old Hararians, but still so much space on the far side. Need to try straighten their runs. She does. And makes just a couple of meters. Looking for that pass. Looping run as well. Dummy to open up the space. Just falling short a couple of meters before the try line. Now Zimbiru Titans are really breathing heavily down the neck of Old Hararians. It's now their turn to camp in the half. Well, decided to go into traffic, but it was a really good chance. Decides to come onto the near side. They do have a chance. Pops it up. There's a chance if she can just fend it off. Passes it back, and there's the gap, and it's try time. And it finally comes together for Zimbiru Titans. Good passage of play there, passing it through the hands and making sure that there was an opportunity for them to do it. The phases kept on coming, but Old Hararians couldn't line up in defense. And those are the first 5 points of the match. And they go to Zimbiru Titans. Doesn't look like the Titans are interested in kicking. And they will stick to the 5 points. 5-0. And Old Hararians a restart play. They do have a very good fullback, number 15, very good player. So when she played a very good hand in beating Old Georgians when they did play them. I believe that was the first game of the season. Looks very athletic, and her positional awareness much, much better than I've seen across the ladies' teams. So this is also a good sign of good coaching, a good sign of game awareness and positioning. Now, Titans on the charge after getting that penalty straight through the defenses, but doesn't release the ball. Ball comes out, looking for a big hit. Good tackle as well. Ball comes out quickly, decides to change direction, and they do have an overlap on that side, but didn't release the ball quickly enough. Titans now looking the far better side at the moment. Though they are leading by 5-0, they are looking like they've settled much quicker. Decides to go for a sidestep inside and out. Lovely. There is an overlap. If she can get it to the winger quickly enough. Oh, that was a good hit in the side to make sure that she didn't get over the try line. But danger is not over yet. And the referee finally calls for a knock-on. There's going to be a scrum. Old Hararians need to put in a big shove here. So a defensive scrum here for Old Hararians. They need to try and get that ball. If they don't against the Titans, they'll be in serious trouble. Find themselves getting a penalty given against them. Ball comes out. Surely this should be a try. Sidestep, inside out. But oh my gosh, she didn't pass the ball. I think she saw her name in headlines. And that is a penalty against Zimbiru Titans. After having done all the work to win that ball. Now Old Hararians on the charge. Quick tap and go. Deciding to go into contact. Still playing in very dangerous territory. You would have wanted to see them kick the ball over the top. Maybe try gain some meters from the boot. So that ball has been held in there. A quick tap and go. She does a slip. I did mention that the conditions here are very tricky. Huge overlap on the far side. Need to just run it through the hands. But she decided to go into contact again. And Zimbiru Titans wasting chance after chance. Try time for Zimbiru Titans. Well, they finally scored the try, but have made the job much harder than it actually needed to be. 10-0 it is. Old Hararians kind of struggling on their home turf. So for this time, we are going to be seeing an attempt to add more points. Conversion attempt not successful, but good to see them at least trying it. So 10 points to nil, still the first half. Old Hararians are taking on Zimbiru Titans. So, Old Hararians are ready to restart play for us. Goes quite deep into Titans territory. Well, it doesn't look like as if there was a plan there of what they wanted to do. Old Hararians get the turnover. And so that's Old Hararians gaining possession from the knock-on prior. And referee had allowed the play to continue. Thought he was going to allow the advantage, but Old Hararians didn't make too much use of it. So Old Hararians do have some good athletic players, but they now have to make sure that they make use of the possession that they get here. They've got a very strong runner in their fullback. And if they can get the fullback to get on the ball, maybe pass it through the hands a bit quicker, they can find themselves in a good position. Fly off as well, not bad at all. Through the season, has grown in character. Referee just trying to make sure that everything is in check. It's an eighth and pick and go. She's doing well so far. She had initially started running sideways, almost ran out of ground, and the acreage to go. Ball comes out. Now looking to build some phases. ROH, that's a good, strong drive. Oh, well, almost broke through the defense there. Old Hararians are now sniffing at the try line. But they have to do it right. Again, looking for a pick and go. Need to be careful. They might just be held up. Closer and closer they get. Ball needs to come out. Still trying to go around the fringes. And it looks like they have been held up finally. Really don't think that there was too much of an opportunity to stick around there. But anyway, it is an in-goal dropout. So need not to go too far. They've got a chance here to regain possession and maybe apply some of that pressure to Zimbiru Titans. Oh, that's a good in-goal dropout there. Almost makes it to the 10. Running across, looking for the pass, and oh my word, they have made an absolute meal of that one. Have made a meal of that opportunity. Have Old Hararians. And looks like we are going to have a bit of a change here for Zimbiru Titans. Still the first half. Ball goes in for Zimbiru Titans. Decide to go on the blind side. Goes past one and fluffs that pass. It's going to be another scrum. And slowly but surely we are seeing the crowd beginning to just build up here. Of course, the bulk of it at the moment being players who are representing their squads. Old Hararians now sending the ball down the line. If they can make more forward progress, they can actually attempt to get that overlap done. And, well, not so sure why she did slow down. And there we go. Old Hararians holding on to it. Penalty it is. She wasn't back 10. But ref allowing that play to continue. Oh, decides to come back on the inside. Needs the support. Finds it. Good swing to find the runner on the inside. Big tackle. Looking to break through defensive lines, but taken down. Zimbiru Titans. Now Zimbiru Titans on the charge. Oh, it doesn't look like the ball was knocked backward, forwards or backwards there. Penalty as Old Hararians hold on to possession. They had turned it over, but held on to the ball. Quick tap. Surely this should be try time. Why she decided to come back inside, only the heavens will know. But Titans still have possession. Oh, couldn't stop her. And it's try time. What a big burly run from that lady. They just couldn't stop her. She had the determination to get over the try line, and she did. And she stretches the Zimbiru Titans lead to 15 points to 0. Surely there's going to be an attempt at the conversion here. That is going to be successful. So 17 points to 0 in favor of the Titans. Old Hararians, it's not out of it yet. I can't say they're out of it yet. But I can say that it's really slipping away if they allow try upon try to keep on coming. As Old Hararians comes back to the halfway line. Getting ready to kick off, restart play. That's a kick past the 10 meters. And bounces very favorably for the tight head. She continues to go. Nobody can stop her right now. Handoff upon handoff. But finally she's been taken down. But what a run from her. Stolen by Old Hararians. The support clearly not arriving on time and now allowing Old Hararians to launch a counter-attack if they can. Again, aggression going into contact has not been there. The passes are coming out, unfortunately, just a little bit too slow. Oh, that's a good jackal. Great steal by Zimbiru Titans. And there's going to be another quick tap and go. Scrum half very aware all the time that Old Hararians are not back 10. And so she has been taking advantage of these opportunities. Ball comes out. Ah, lovely inside run. Breaks through. And this is going to be one of the easiest tries she's going to score. One of the back rowers there being able to dot it down. It takes the Zimbiru Titans to 22 points to 0 with a conversion yet to come. Now it's getting easier and easier for the Titans as they look to pile on the points. Looks like it's going to be a very big score. And for the home side, I don't think it's really going to be encouraging for them. The conversion looks good. Takes them to 24 points to 0. Old Hararians come back to the halfway line, needing a strategy somehow, some way to get themselves into the game. And that knock-on helps matters very well. Good awareness as well from Old Hararians there. Could put in the tackle, but the referee decided to pull things back. Clearly, there wasn't an advantage for Old Hararians to play forward there, so I do understand the referee's decision. And as much as we would have loved to see what would have happened there, but good idea nonetheless to get in there and trying to force a turnover. Old Hararians still have possession. The scrums have not necessarily been impressive for the ref, and she has had to try and educate once again how she wants the scrums done. There's a specific way, and this way is to ensure that they don't actually break their backs. The ball is out, and play can continue. She takes the gap. Lovely pass. Decided to run inside instead of passing out wide. And once again, only the heavens know exactly why she was doing that. But anyway, play does continue for Old Hararians. And Zimbiru Titans have been quite successful when they've been jackling the ball. This time round, another run. Makes it through 1 or 2 tackles. Great leg drive. But the support also not arriving to give enough. Ball comes out. They've got a huge overlap. She can send it out wide. Decides to cut back in. She could make it. And it's try time. She was able to finally get past that last tackle, last ditch effort. And Old Hararians, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to say, are finally on the scoreboard. And a referee blows for the halftime break. And so that try comes at a very, very important time for Old Hararians. We go into the halftime break with Zimbiru Titans leading 24 points to 5. Definitely the much happier of the two sides. But for Old Hararians, there could just be light at the end of the tunnel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of this encounter. Zimbiru Titans playing Old Hararians. Old Hararians are scoring a try just before they went into the halftime break. It's 24 points to 5, still to the Zimbiru Titans, who are well in control of this game. For Old Hararians, I guess the challenge is now how do they find a way past the pack size of the Titans? And my one simple solution is to try and run the ball as much as possible, avoid the contact areas, especially like that, where turnovers can be effected. And once you get Lucy's beginning to run like that at you, they become so difficult to stop. They gain no less than 10 to 15 meters each time. And that just puts Zimbiru on the front foot. Oh, that is poor handling by all means. And that turns over possession to Old Hararians. Well, it's good to know that around the commentary box you tend to have coaches, you know, and one of them will be in action later on today. Good friend of mine, Shelton Chuswa. Old Hararians, still one of the few sides undefeated in fact, one of the two sides that are undefeated in the Paramount Archer Harare Under 20 Rugby League, as the Zimbiru Titans now get the ball out to the winger. She manages to get clean hands onto it, but couldn't get past her marker. Good pass, looking for the gap. Decides to offload into contact. Now Zimbiru looking much fresher in their play, a bit more precise. Out comes the ball, surely, easy peasy. Just decided to straighten her run, and there was no way of stopping her. She's part of that immense pack that they have, and Zimbiru Titans extend their lead to 29 points to 5. There is going to be another attempt for a conversion. Let's see whether they get this one in. Was looking quite good, but unfortunately just hitting the bar, hitting the post rather, and cannoning back. So they will stick to the 29 points that they already have in the bag. A little tactical issue that Old Hararians may need to try and sort out. Need to try and get their faster runners onto the ball. They need to try and spread it out wide. A kick upfield, bounces quite kindly for the Titans. Ball comes out. Another pass. The Titans are using their forward pack very, very well. Trying to ensure all the time that they're creating mismatches. A pass on the inside. This time round, it's an eighth man break. Ball out once again. Oh, they've been using the Titan so much in this match. She's made so many good meters. A sidestep on the inside. Outside again. Good run. Good support. But stolen by old Hararians. The support didn't arrive on time. Ball comes out. They either need to take a kick, try get round. She's been taken down. But old Hararians still in a possession. Digging themselves further into a very big hole. They need to get a kick out here. Still trying to run that ball out of their own 22. Great leg drive and fight from their number 22, who has been a shining light. The ball almost coming out to the winger there. She could have been on her bike. But they keep on building the phases, keep on running into traffic. Well, looks like it's turned more into a bit of a fight there. And not so sure what that is all about. But referee was watching. And they'll be very lucky if they don't get yellow cards. So it looks like number 22 from Old Hararians injured, has to come off the park. Coach is not happy that play just went on and on without her being attended to. And Zimbiru Titans suffering a very unnecessary yellow card. Yeah, leading 29-5. Absolutely no need for a fight there. And Old Hararians getting a yellow card too. So they'll be taking a sit in the sin bin, and hopefully they can catch up on stories as friends, if they can become friends. So Zimbiru Titans manage to score another try. Referee is going to consult. Referee having to consult both of the touch judges. If in doubt, usually goes to the defensive side, but it looks like there's no doubt there. Another try takes them to 34 points to 5. And should be an easy conversion, especially when you see back rowers now trying to go for the drop kick. Going to take a bit of her time. Doesn't get that one. Well, back rower generally has got no business around a drop kick or a conversion. But anyway, when you're comfortable, it tends to work out. So 34-5 it is, as Zimbiru Titans are more energetic coming back to the halfway line. Old Hararians still a little bit lethargic. some of the other teams that are arriving, getting ready for action. The Premiership sides, the Marondera Talons, Northern Chiefs are also here. So you can expect that, as that will be the following game after this one. Good hands and a good pickup. Goes past one tackle. Immediately offloads it to the tight head, but the pass wasn't too great. Luckily it hit on the legs, so Zimbiru Titans will maintain possession. And now slowly but surely the rain beginning to descend on Old Hararians on what has already been a bit of a muddy pitch. And it's going to get worse with the rain that'll be coming down and as play continues. Ball does come out onto the winger. She's on her bike, cuts back inside, and the pass goes straight to Old Hararians, who can launch a counter-attack. She's running across far too much. Gives it to the fullback, who I know is very athletic, but has got far too much work to do from her own 22. That's a penalty, holding on to the ball in the tackle. Zimbiru Titans has to come back. And so, big handoff once again, but it looks like she's going to make it all the way to the try line. Should be easy as you like. Looks like there's going to be a check on whether that was a try or not. Always important for referees to consult with their touch judges to see whether the decisions they are making in these circumstances are the correct ones. Conversation seeming much longer than it should, I would believe. It looked quite clear that she had made it, but then again, we are close to 50 meters away from the action, so we can't be as sure as we think we are. Small discussion happening. Looks like we got a yellow card, and if that's a yellow card there, I would have thought that would have been a penalty try there. But anyway, I am a referee. I'm not a referee. I will start attending their meetings soon, and then I'll learn more on the laws. But what is important right now is for Zimbiru Titans, they've got 5 points on the board, takes them to 39 points to 5. Very comfortable lead that they have. And considering that it is the early parts of the second half, it's a long way home for Old Hararians. And Old Hararians, their issues go from bad to worse. 2 yellow cards for Old Hararians, 1 for Zimbiru Titans. 14 versus 13. Discipline is very key if you want to play this game well, and especially when you play against good opposition, tighter opposition. I know many of these girls will be looking to make the under-20 squad for the ladies, and if they intend to represent the national team, they will have to be as disciplined as possible. One of the rare features that we do get to see here on any rugby day is a coach smiling. I'm sure that one puts a smile on Takungirazi's face, because that is easily going to be a try. She was so lucky she got that ball down just in time, because I thought she was now really dicing with complacency at the end. But that now takes them into the 40s. It's now 44 points to 5 for Zimbiru Titans. Good try. Once she found the gap, she kept going, and she was gone. Another attempt from our back rower. Just under the crossbar. Now, if it was a football match, that would have been a perfect penalty. But in rugby, we require it to go over the bar. So, not so lucky at that point. 44-5 it is. And for all the Hararians, still haven't yet found the inspiration to break forward and keep going. Find another try of their own. Give themselves a bit more inspiration to try and do more. With the 2 yellow cards, so a substitution coming on, wearing a jersey number 17 for Old Hararians as they're getting ready to restart play. Doesn't look like it's going to go the full 10 meters, and that will bring play all the way back. Surely that's easily going to be a scrum right in the middle of the park. Right at the halfway mark. And referee still waiting for the scrum to be made complete. Considering that we've got 2 OH players that are out of the game. Pick up. Big pass on the outside. Looking for the winger, running onto the ball and easily breaking through 2 tackles, but finally taken down. Ball, oh, lovely inside pass. Didn't amount to too much anyway, but still good innovation nonetheless. Couldn't get the offload away. Good tackle. Still going for the near side. Winger onto it, looking for the inside pop pass. Finds the gap. But unfortunately, just a slippery turf there, but manages to hold on to possession. Ball comes out. It was knocked backwards, so not too much of a worry. Looking for again the run of their tight head. Well, that one went straight for the shins. Wasn't going to look good anyway, but that's it. It's a knock-on. There is an injury on the field of play. So with that injury, referee just making sure that all is well. So his play is at a halt at the moment. Looks like an injury to the tight head for Zimbiru Titans. She's put in some really good meters, very good meters. And I think with that, she is going to be sorely missed because she seemed to be the second receiver on every ball. as Titans were continuously creating those mismatches. But she will go to the medical team as the game continues. All the Hararians do an 8th-man break. Does give them a few meters, but they're still in their red zone. Still in their own 22. And I doubt Zimbiru would want to release them. 44-5, the scoreline remains on a very slippery surface. Titans steal the ball. Decides to cut back inside. Still driving with her legs. Now, there we go. Surely this should be try time. I think there's too much envisioning of the name in headlines at the back page of the Herald, with many of those runs really needing to have been passes, needing to have been to allow another individual to go in, but deciding to go it alone. I think that has not allowed the Zimbiru Titans to score more points than they actually have. Well, at the moment, they won't be too disheartened. They do have 44-5. But sometimes, in more critical matches, those poor decisions can cost you. And our hope is that they won't cost them, especially at international level, if any one of them make the Zimbabwe under-20 women's rugby side. Now, this one should be easy. She decides to cut back inside. And as I mentioned before, looking to create those mismatches, seeing the back line of all the Hararians using the bigger pack and finishing things off. And Zimbiru Titans now go to 49 points to 5. That conversion successful, so they actually reach the Jubilee. 51-5. So with the score now 51 points to 5, well on their way to a resounding victory. Ball comes out, decides to straighten her run, and she's making some good meters as well. Again, lots of options, whether left or right. Great pickup. Oh, that was a good tackle from Old Hararians. Very strong tackle. Not too much of a space. Decides to inside pass it. I'm not so sure why she's a bit afraid of running. So the winger there just a little bit afraid, wearing jersey number 22 for Zimbiru Titans. Good to see one of the men who's going to be in action a little bit later on as a coach. Ricky Chirengende. Always love seeing him smile. One of the few coaches that smile. But we'll see whether that will be his face at the end of the match he's going to play. Well, the second yellow card is done and dusted now for Old Hararians, and the fullback getting ready to come on. One of the key players for Old Hararians, and I believe who could have made a difference if she had been on the park for a while. Good work to hold on to it. Ball comes out. Decides to go another way. Decides to straighten. but doesn't find the gap that she was looking for. Still old Hararians on the ball. That looked like Zimbiru Titans were way offside there. But anyway, old Hararians on the money. Overlap available. Ball comes out. Old Hararians need some inspiration here. Somehow, some way. Ball comes up. But well marshaled and taken care of by Zimbiru Titans, who are looking to jackal the ball. Zimbiru Titans are lucky not to be called offside. They're employing their on-rushing defense. But anyway, holding on to the ball, and Zimbiru Titans turns over possession. A quick tap and go. OH were not back 10. The advantage will continue. Off she goes. She's on her bike. Can she make it all the way? There is someone looking to cross cover. Can she make it into the corner? And she does. Try time for old Hararians. Well, for Zimbiru Titans. It takes them now to 56-5. So 56-5 it is. And with the conversion yet to come, I doubt Zimbiru Titans will be interested in this one at the tight angle that it is at. So they'll just hand the possession back to old Hararians, and the restart of play will come. Old Hararians looking to restart play. I think surely by now they can tell that, as we would say, Mchishona Zayendwa 56-5 will be a very hard score to overturn. And just out of shot, we're seeing the teams that are going to be coming soon. The likes of Northern Chiefs warming up. Phil Machisa, the head coach for Northern Chiefs, whilst on the other side should be the Talons that are getting ready. Rather, not the Talons, it's the Zimbiru Titans, my apologies. Well, ball goes backwards. But Titans still have the ball. Oh, they've got a huge overlap on the far side. She decides not to release and feels that she can go all the way. But that is a fallacy in terms of what she was thinking. Should have offloaded it. And it should have been try time once again. But anyway, oh, that's a very dangerous tackle. And I do believe that the referee is going to hold play and address that. And at times you tend to see yellow cards for that. But I doubt... Oh, wow. The yellow card has come. Now, while Zimbiru Titans has walked away with a very good victory, I think their discipline today has been thoroughly poor, especially against a side that would be deemed smaller than them when it comes to the level of competition. And I think that is something that they will need to address, even getting back to practice this week. The girls need to be more disciplined. Against international referees, they'll penalize you left, right, and center. And on her bike she goes. Can she go on the outside? Yes, she does. She's going to have a brace of tries for her efforts. And that means it takes the score to 61 points to 5. And I doubt a conversion will be coming. But at 61-5, the feeling should be that clearly it's now hands on hips, heads dropping to the level of shoulders. For Zimbiru Titans, I think you can see all heads held up high. This is a very convincing victory. (61-5) in favor of the Zimbiru Titans, title contenders for this season. They'll have to try and get past FS Raiders. They didn't necessarily have the best of dances last week as FS Raiders rolled over them. But this time round, Zimbiru Titans looking to ensure that that points difference is taken care of on the outside. But that was a pretty dangerous tackle. But that brings us to the end of the encounter. 61 points to 5 for Takungirazi. Very, very happy to have won this one. Old Hararians coaches, lots of work to do. They lost on their home turf. I'm sure they are not necessarily happy about that, but there were signs of something that they can work on and that they can develop even for the Senior Women's League, which will be coming a little bit later on in the next couple of months. But it ends here at Old Hararians in the only women's game for today. Zimbiru Titans 61, Old Hararians 5.